Factory, Perfectly Human and Imperfect World takes you on an interesting and different kind of garden tour. As the Canadian Living Cookbook would say, here we've included a truly versatile selection of recipes for vegetable dishes, salads, dressings, and picklings and preserves. Some of them we suggest you reserve for when certain vegetables are in season to fully appreciate their fresh flavors. Others you can serve year round.
Has its ups and downs. Sometimes it has its perks, sometimes it really hurts. Care to make a memory, cause if you don't now, your season's come and gone.
And congratulations, that's great.
To the past, things unforgotten but left behind, with all the rest that you just as soon forget. Is unfulfilled desire, and all of your dreams have yet to come true. It's not too late, but you can't look back now, so why not make a memory or two? We all know that to win the
Go ahead, met a farmer here on the side of the road. He's just collecting up the hay, and he has a beef and crop farm. He's just on his way, has to keep working because he's got to meet the farm needs. An admirable guy, and there he goes, keeping it moving. Excellent.
You'll be singing this song. Is unfulfilled desire, and
he just gave you some directions to another
dreams have yet to come true. It's not too late, you can't look back now, so why not make a memory or two? There's always a new day, something that grab onto to pull you up. Weight is on your shoulders, just remember her. Remember your dreams.
John Donne, The Complete English Poems, Songs and Sonnets, The Primrose. Upon this primrose hill, where if heaven would distill a shower of rain, each several drop might go to his own primrose, and grow mamma so, and where their form and their infinity make a terrestrial galaxy, as the small stars do in the sky. I walk to find a true love, and I see that 'tis not a mere woman that is she, but must or more or less than women be. Yet know I not which flower I wish, a 6 or 4, for should my true love be less than woman be, she were scarce anything, and then should she be more than woman, she would get above all thought of sex, and think to move my heart to study her, not to love. Both these were monsters, since there must reside falsehood in women. Woman, I would more abide she were by art than nature falsified. Live, primrose then, and thrive with thy true number 5. And women, whom this flower doth represent, with this mysterious number be content. 10 is the farthest number. If half 10 belong unto each woman, then each woman may take half us men. Or this will not serve their turn, since all numbers are odd or even, and they fall first into this 5, women may take us all.
And everything. Where's yours? I took it.
Alright, so we're just doing a little planting here. Just have a camera rolling just so you know.
Absolutely.
Alright? Thank you.
And then it'll be
This way so we can see.
So on all the cracks.
There you go. We're doing a planting there.
I'll just get rid off of
Mold release happening. So we can use anything as mold. Yeah. Did you see where I was showing the milk carton? I'll show you. Milk cartons are great because they're already waxy and it just peels away.
Yeah.
I think she might have taken, this was what milk carton one. This was a short one, but also made taller ones. So you see how it picked up from the bottom?
So cool.
Yeah. And you know the green pots that you get at the garden center with your plants in them? So that was one of these, and you can see from the bottom.
Cool.
You can kind of tell what it was
so
from
cool.
there. What else do I have to show you? This one with the swirl was this guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Looking at alpine troughs and
So
showing
this one, I
them.
mean, I made one of these in a wok, and what I did was I lined it with a garbage bag instead of the mold release, so that it'll pop out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's smart.
She's just kneading the soil now.
Oh, okay, so we're still good. Good? Yeah, that feels pretty nice. I'd say this is almost the consistency that we want. Oh, good, okay. Lots and lots. So now we can start packing it into our molds. Pinch it a little bit. And just start pushing it into the mold. And just leave a section at the top, so this is good. Okay. But you'll see how it goes. Susanna, where you go? And for the extra, you can make like a little round ball or a mushroom cap, and then we put a stick on the bottom for the mushroom.
Is
Is this two-factor? Leave a little hole in the center so that we can put some muffin tin in. So start pushing it out to the edges, and then we're going to try. We're going to see what we're doing. Really work it so that it makes one mass, like no cracks or seams. Yeah. And you can always scrape off the extra bulges over the top. It's so much fun. It is. Love it. Barb's been making them a couple times. But you can only have so many. Then what do you do? Don't pour your pots in there.
She's like, I reached maximum capacity. I was like, I don't need any more.
And the people that make the big ones, the alpine troughs, they make really, really large ones and plant miniature landscapes with rocks and pea gravel and alpine plants. They're really nice. There's all kinds of alpine trough societies and stuff. I say that looks good. So the top edge is rough now. If you like it like that, some people like that. But if you want it smooth, I would just pat it down more. Because if you look over there, you'll see some that are really smooth on the top and some that are more rough. So it just depends on what look. Because the cement needs to cure.
Right?
So absolutely.
Okay. So she's just doing like cover. Do you recycle those plastic bags? Just saying?
These ones?
Yeah.
This is a recycled bag already,
Perfect.
so it's been already shredded and cut up.
Thank you for letting
And
me
the other
ask
thing
that
that's
question.
great is we just did this for the purpose of the show.
Yeah,
Is we
sure.
bought deli containers, but you
Okay.
can use any containers, like old milk cartons make great molds, any old stuff like that.
Right, perfect. Thank you. Guten Morgen. Here is a project for mañana. A little bit of my language lesson for today. You can see I'm here at the Whitby Ajax Garden Project. Here I am at the Whitby Ajax Garden Project. Oh, down the hill. It's a sign. We're going to meet the people behind this initiative. Cool. Stay alert because they'll probably have a lot to share with you. There could be the most amazing ripples. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you so much. I love making it.
You're welcome.
My current create and pursuit of the factual leads me to this garden space. On one hand, I have my computer laptop monitor flipped up, viewing this screen. In my other hand, I have Margaret Atwood's book surfacing. Chapter 1. I can't believe I'm on this road again, twisting along past. ... This describes almost completely my beginning. The junction point of my own personal beginning is, no doubt, a little bit late from the actual beginning in this film, judging from the numbers on the clock that spin. But
Just making my way down the path now into the community gardens.
how was I to know that film would so
Ajax
entice
Cooperative?
and enthrall my own creative essence and perspectives? And now, let's move outside of me and go sideways. Down close. Further away. Bump, bump, bump. Vegetables, the new main course cookbook by Joel Familaro and Louise Imperiale. If we had to choose one family of food to live with for the rest of our lives, we would choose vegetables. The variety is infinite. There are so many vegetables and so many ways to cook them. Oh. Moreover, we can't think of more beautiful things to look at. What can compare with the shape, color, or gleam of a bright red tomato? As smooth as silk, deep purple eggplant, the pure white cap of a mushroom, a bunch of carrots with their fur-like ends, lacy celery hearts, fresh pale green dandelion leaves, a majestic artichoke, a family of garlic cloves, the regal leek, the beauty and mystery of the inner rings of an onion. Having a quick lunch because too often we skip that meal. Regional differences and geography obviously affect the way the gardens grow, the spurts and the lean times, budget as well. Local produce in season can be cheaper, and as the seasons change, so do price. What about distribution channels? And overseas markets have an effect. If there's a blight or a drought, certain vegetables are very difficult to obtain.
So this is
These are
Kathy,
some
and I
of
just
the
met her.
issues
She's
of our
going to bring
times.
me
How
over
will
to
climate
Mary,
change
who's also
affect the
involved
way
in the
in which
community
we
garden. And we already
experience
saw some of the
growth
introductions.
spurts?
Wonderful place. Look at the size of this garden. Community projects. Gotta love it.
Pollinators remain important, and in some gardens they experiment with grafting, not necessarily here. This is just the growing of beds, maintaining of the soil, and
Hi ladies. Hi. Just have my camera on here. Good morning.
This is Victoria.
Hi Victoria.
Hi, Donna.
Hi Mary. We've spoken many times. I'm glad we got it coordinated.
We're gonna have to trim. There's more.
This is gorgeous.
this
Look at the size
venue
of
is
this
an
garden,
interesting
ladies.
contrast from the greenhouse, which you will see later on, another type of garden that's enclosed. This is the outside garden, which of course depends very much on the external weather. Also, seeding times are specific depending on when the soil is thawed after a long winter, and it requires a thorough weeding. You can see they have some plastics which help to control that, and many hands to make the work light.
What do we call them? Environmental youth group
Perfect.
from community living. They're teens,
Nice.
and they come here to practice employability skills.
Excellent.
So they take on jobs. They come out, and it's like a job for them. And Wendy or the group at Community Living, the staff have arranged funding for them, so they get paid to come out here and work, or they get a little bit of money to work here.
Excellent.
So
And so it kind of brings them a little bit closer to the food sources and the land, which is a very important kind of knowledge to have, isn't it?
It's true. It's true. They certainly, but they actually can share a lot of recipes with you. A lot of them
Excellent.
cook at home, and they've taken food. They've taken samples of food and cooked them over at Community Living and use those as well.
Excellent.
As part of it. And sometimes we donate our extra produce over to Community Living, and it goes to the houses, so group homes where the adults live, right?
So they can eat fresh
So it's
vegetables, fresh
the whole
food.
Purpose, the whole purpose
Beautiful.
of
Talk
course,
about
this
that.
garden is to provide fresh produce. And in the beginning, when we started, of course, there was no real fresh produce in food banks
Exactly.
and food banks didn't want to take it because they felt it would just rot on their shelves before they could get it out.
Yep.
But from the research that I have done with the old Community Garden Network, which is now DIG,
I knew that stuff would just disappear off the shelf, right?
Right.
It would disappear within a day. So
and it's also much more follows the pyramid of comfortable eating and healthy eating, because you're introducing vitamins from the soil where you can't get that in a tin quite so much. So it's nice that you're allowing them to not only see where the vegetables and fresh supplies come from, but they also get to eat healthier, preparing food themselves as
Those are
opposed
added
to the
skills,
being
too.
in the tin. And it's nice that they complement each other. So I think that you've probably
Yeah.
expanded their diet, and
But
it's
also-
healthier living.
But also talking about that these are the kinds of food jobs that they can get involved in.
Perfect.
These are food jobs that the skills they develop here that can translate into other jobs, but not only just other jobs, they could translate into food-related jobs. So,
So
in a kitchen, or
could we say that it also
or-
gives them confidence as well?
it is
To go in
confidence
and
for
get
sure.
that job, and because they have
and it
had some
gives
good
them
experiences
it
here, they've
gives-
developed
yeah.
skill sets, and now possibly they have also a little confidence to go out
They can,
into the
and
market.
we can give them references as well.
Perfect. Yeah.
If they are wanting that or in need, we do that for
Excellent.
our high school students that come out.
Nice.
We have a group of high school students that will come out again in the fall, and they will be so they'll be developing their employability skills as well.
Okay.
And they're a similar group as community living.
Right?
So this is the kind of thing that they can handle. And once they know the skills, then they can reapply them.
Beautiful.
So this part is the communal part that we donate from, and we make preserves to sell to support ourselves.
Right.
And these gardens in the middle here are member gardens, so they grow their own food for their families, or
see.
learn to grow their own food for their families.
All right.
And then down below, there's another 60 or so more beds of stuff that we donate from. So if you want to take a quick peek down there, we can.
Yes, that'd be
we can
great.
just launch into that.
All right. And can I talk a little bit to your friend here?
Sure.
And you, what is your function, and what are some of the things you do here as well?
My name is Victoria, and I'm
Yes,
the
thanks,
vice
Victoria.
chairman.
Oh,
And,
wow.
and
Excellent.
we work together.
Glad to
Mary
hear
has,
you.
as you know, has founded the development herself, but she also has all the skills that she can pass on to us on how to grow, where to grow, and what time to grow.
Perfect.
And of course, how to take care of what we do plant.
Exactly.
And so I'm learning from her, and then I can help the members as well if she's not here.
You're a great team. You're the dynamic duo, I think.
Well, we're part of it. It takes
Part of
more
it.
than us. It takes all of our members. Have
You're
to
very
put in
humble.
Hours to
Well said.
maintain the food.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next place that we'd like to view and talk about.
Okay.
Thanks.
In the member garden beds, and there's a variety of things from callaloo to bitter melons to whatever they grow in their own countries sometimes, but sometimes what they're experimenting with. We've had a slower year this year, so things are a little bit behind from where they would normally be.
Is that due to weather?
It's due, yeah, it was cooler.
Okay.
It was drier in May, and then wet,
Yes.
wet with little sunshine through June.
Okay.
So things are a bit behind.
Right.
It's coming along. So this is callaloo here, and he's actually planted corn in there this year.
Beautiful. There's the
This
callaloo.
is a red callaloo, and I think he's got some green in here as well.
Red callaloo. That's all right. Let's just keep going through like
Yeah.
that. Obviously,
Okay.
lettuce, Boston lettuce, here in the
So
garden.
these are probably just a leaf lettuce, and this whole bed is full of carrots and tomatoes.
Tomato plants.
Whatever they want to plant, they
Nice.
can choose to plant in their bed.
Really
Has to be
nice.
legal.
Of course, no,
And,
no marijuana at this point.
Yes,
but
and,
maybe that's a future.
Well, I don't know. If it's legal, it's still not healthful.
Yeah.
In our mind.
Okay,
There
no
is a-
problem. I like your opinion. That's what it's about. We all give our
Well-
talk about things that we need to. It's all fine. You're allowed to have an opinion.
It would certainly have to be considered, but I mean,
Yeah.
if it's medicinal for certain reasons, right?
Yes, right.
Predominantly, they're giving it to people who are at end of life. So
Yes.
you have to evaluate how healthy is that for you as
Yes,
a person.
I
who-
would say it's a frontier right now in
Yeah.
terms of what we need to develop around the network and understanding how it's going to affect the social fabric. Can I ask you, what's this plant here? This one here, just coming up.
Well,
It's
this
not
looks-
quite familiar for me.
Well, these are weeds, I believe.
Okay, that's why
And
I'm
this is like either it might be
figures I found the hole.
cucumber or
So
squash.
I have heard that actually dandelions are quite edible.
They
so,
are, yeah.
So maybe that's the case. We'll have to Google that one, or that's a question we have.
So starting
one.
in this row, we only have 2 renters in this row here,
Okay.
but the asparagus and rhubarb we donate early in the spring to make an
Nice.
initial contact with our clients.
Great.
And then
So when you're renting, is it at no cost? Maybe you've said this to me already,
no,
but
their membership is $50 per
Thank you.
year.
All right.
And these are tomatoes. These are all of the tomatoes here will be donated.
nice. Really nice.
There's 2 beds here. One is a community Christian Horizons group has one, and one is a returning gardener. But
Okay. So you have everything from church organizations to families?
We have families and
yeah.
individuals.
Individuals?
We don't do too many organizations unless they have a plan for maintaining it, because we
Makes
found
sense.
over time it's better if their gardens are on their own property.
Makes sense.
Because it's easier for staff and for those individuals to manage. So this is okra here,
Nice.
growing. Over there, in where the plastic is, that is acorn squash.
Okay.
That's going to be for
In the distance
donation.
there. Nice.
And then if we go down further, you'll see all the stuff that's going to be donated. Some of it's in need of weeding, so there's
Light is interesting in this.
Oh,
So
this
keep
is-
going, no problem.
So this is eggplant here. These are zucchini and garlic there.
Okay.
There's in the pots. There's things as well.
You have an enormous variety of vegetables here.
We do.
That's incredible.
Along the fence, it will be pole beans and callaloo. These are pumpkin, and this is a blue pumpkin that we're going to sell this year.
Blue pumpkin. Tell
It's
me a
a
little
kind
bit
of
about that.
Well, it's blue. It's just a little more dense, and Caribbean people really like it.
It's a Caribbean from the origin.
Well, I don't
originates
know if
in the
it's
Caribbean.
originally from the Caribbean,
Oh, okay.
but it's
No
very
problem.
close to what they eat.
I see.
And,
Right. Understood. Thanks for the
so this is
correction.
a little- So these are our bush beans are in these 5 rows.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we weed constantly, but you wouldn't think that.
They are so healthy. These plants are very healthy.
So these are bush beans here.
All
They're
right.
lettuce.
Gonna go take a quick look over there at the bush beans. Right here.
Yeah.
This
so-
row.
Yeah, the 5 rows right across.
And you see the number and
these are
letter
the-
system that helps them to identify the
So
plots.
these were planted a week or so after the ones over there.
Okay.
These ones here.
Right.
And
When does your season start? I guess in the spring.
We start setting up the first Saturday in April.
Okay.
And the first Saturday in May. It takes a while to set up the garden.
For sure.
And it takes a while to plant, because if it rains when your volunteers are coming, it doesn't work really well.
Very true. It's hard to work with wet soil.
So the lettuce bed is really weedy right now, but there's lettuce, there's spinach, and there's mizuna over there. There's tall top beets coming.
All right,
This
so we'll just go.
this is
What's this
kale.
one here? This is
is
kale. Very popular right now.
Well, there's
So can I ask you just quickly, what are kind of the trending foods in terms of what's most popular?
Kale is important.
Right.
Green beans are always big.
Right.
Okra is nice for certain people. This is a different kind of
Oh
kale.
yeah, the
There's
okra is
different-
delicious.
3 different kinds. This is celeriac here.
Celeriac
That
in the
went
back, right
really
there.
well.
Okay.
And this is butternut squash over here.
Okay.
And there's peas and turnips where the fence is, and then radishes and cucumber, and then watermelon.
Amazing.
And here there's celery and cabbage.
Right here? Sorry, this
No,
one. What's
that-
this one?
Oh, this right here is horseradish.
Horseradish.
And these plants are
Nice.
butternut squash.
Look at that. And how do you control the pests in your garden, in this magnificent garden?
Hand picking.
Oh,
mostly.
wow. Yeah, that's a big job.
Sometimes.
Good thing you have a large team.
Cayenne sprays.
Historical growth spurts. the discovery of the alphabet and the written word accompanying it that allowed for a kind of deciphering and communication with ease.
Alright, so the mushroom compost, she said?
There shouldn't be empty spaces there because
Planted that
we
many?
planted, we did.
Cool spirits in art therapy.
For the straw to go down.
Okay.
And for the tilling, so we won't worry about it, I don't think.
So where does the compost come from? You gather it from the neighborhood, or?
Compost, mushroom compost from Greenwood Mushroom Farm.
Oh, thank you.
And
Okay.
then this compost here, this little bit that's left, is
Yes.
from Glen Road Organics up north.
Glen Road Organics. Very nice. That's a nice collaborative, isn't it?
Yeah,
Beautiful.
that's our first year. So I guess this is garlic here.
Okay, we're just going to go meet the crew that's just arrived at these fabulous gardens. Here's the herb garden, she's saying. Hello, Herb. And here we come over to the crew. Hi, crew. Hello. Hi, everyone. Hi, good morning. Morning. I am rolling this camera right now, just so you know. And thanks for inviting me in. And I hope to see the work you do today. Hi. I remember. How are you?
I'm working. I'm good.
Ah, you're working. Aurelia, good to see you. Okay, excuse me.
Here's
I have
Mary's
to hug
thoughts
this
on
person.
climate
just to-
change. Here she is.
So for me, there's no doubt that climate is changing.
The harvest is ripe and the workers are few. We children are willing, but what can we do?
Shout your name
We
out.
work for the Lord, it is hard.
Bridget and Rochelle.
Yes.
And I'm Kate.
And you're Kate.
I remember the red hair.
Okay.
Okay, we need
Mommy's garden with the two kids. All right, go ahead, Mom.
Yeah, this is my garden.
Excellent.
This has been my fourth summer here. I
Nice.
found out about the garden community actually from a neighbor on my street.
All right.
I grew up north in Sudbury, and my dad always had a big backyard where we grew everything fresh.
Nice.
And it was hard to understand that things today are hard to find fresh. They come from China, as far as China, and you really wonder how long vegetables, fruits and vegetables, stay in the store before actually they're put on the shelf life.
Yes.
I mean, now I understand how it tastes different when you grow it yourself. I mean,
Yeah.
I grow everything by seed. Everything I've grown in my
Nice.
plot today that I have here started by seed, scratch only.
Yeah.
As you can see, I just put some fresh lettuce out. You know, in about 3 or 4 weeks, they'll be as high as this, you know, and constantly just keeps cutting and growing. I just try to change my garden every couple of weeks this way.
Nice.
From as early as May to late November, I've got something growing. I mean,
It's nice to be outside here, isn't it?
It is. It's
So
great.
these are your two boys.
These are my
Okay,
two boys.
you're at the gardens today. What did you want to tell me about some of your gardening?
When did they come and help
Did you
Mommy
want to
do?
start Angry Style T-shirt?
Oh, why don't you tell them your names? And how old you are?
You can say that, sure. You want to tell me that?
No? Well,
Why
this
don't
is
you
my-
tell me about? Why don't you tell me about the things you like about the garden?
What do they put the garden?
Go ahead. Okay, Mom. Shh. He's going to. Thank you, Mom.
Watering plants.
Good. Good. And is there a favorite plant that you have here that you like to eat?
I don't really think I eat any kind of plant.
Yes, you do. You're so good. Do you not eat strawberries, Mommy's strawberry plant? Oh, yes, you
You do.
forgot.
Okay, no problem.
Yes.
Strawberry.
You like those. Okay.
Strawberry.
Oh, let's go
Where's the
see.
strawberry
Yeah,
plant?
go ahead.
Where the
You tell me.
strawberries are?
You show me. Show me what it is.
Any strawberry? Oh, look, they're starting to come out.
Oh, look at that. They're
strawberry plants are
delicious.
coming out.
It's
Yeah.
kind of a short season, isn't it? The strawberries. So you have to take
yes,
it.
but
And
that's
is
okay.
this your brother here? Yeah. Do you want to introduce your brother to me?
What's this brother's name?
Matthew.
Matthew.
Okay. Did you want to tell me what you like about gardening and the gardens?
What you like to
Stick. I'm trying to watch so
Stick for
the
life.
stick and the blow up so the flowers turn. And stick
He's
turn
autistic?
Down,
Yeah, it's
turn
okay.
down and
No problem.
blow. And the magically in the watermelon and the strawberries turn out.
Yes, the strawberries do come out when we water
you
them, eh?
are
And
right.
Don't you love coming to play in the sandbox
are
when you come here to
right.
watch Mom? And you help Mommy. Don't you help me water my plants sometimes? Yes.
Okay, can you do me a favor? Can you touch one of those leaves and tell me what it feels like? Thank you. Thanks so much for that.
It's pink like almost is growing up.
It's growing, yes.
It's growing up.
What is that? What is that anyways?
Thank you.
That's my beets.
And can I ask your brother over here? That was really good. What do you smell out here in the gardens? What do you smell?
I don't really think I smell anything.
It smells fresh out here, silly.
Compared to, say, you know, in your house, when you're outside here, do you feel a wind, a breeze?
Feel the fresh air? Listen, do you
Yeah.
feel the wind right now? Feels nice, eh? Bright sun out here.
I can hear it.
Can you hear?
You hear
the
it.
birds? Can you hear the birds?
What are you hearing?
I hear no one's going to get hurt over there.
Well, that's the
You're
tractor
right.
down
It's a
there.
tractor.
It's
Yeah.
a tractor.
And then what do you hear beside that? Did you hear that?
Hear the birds?
Shh, shh, shh.
Yes.
Hear the birds? Yeah. Do you see the butterflies?
Yes,
Do you see
he
the
hears
butterflies
them.
flying
Good,
around?
yeah.
The butterflies?
Butterflies
Very
are
nice.
any color.
Oh, look.
Butterflies are any color.
You're right. There, you are right.
Who
Yes.
else do we have living here right now? We have some baby skunks
Ah,
that
okay.
just came out. We also have a very rare turtle that's made its way here as well.
Interesting.
Mhm. We do see a lot
Great.
of rabbits.
How do you keep the mammals out of the garden, like the bunnies and the chipmunks and things? They would eat the seeds, right?
Well, we
I
just
think
hope
your
they don't
son's
come.
gonna say.
We used to have like a little bunny home in our house.
Oh,
in our
that's
backyard.
nice.
We had a
Yeah.
bunny home.
Cool.
Mommy just sprays sometimes.
Yeah, but you don't want them in the gardens.
No.
Yeah, exactly, because they eat it.
So I was trying to block it up with a ball.
Yeah, that's good. Very nice. All right, and so how long do you plan to stay in the garden today? How long are you guys staying? I'm going to ask your other brother here. You going to be here for a little while?
Yeah.
All right. And what do you plan to do today in the garden, or?
This one is the one is Mommy May on last
My
day.
sister has cerebral palsy, so I've just
Okay.
been introduced to it my whole life.
Right.
And my parents thought it would be a good
okay, I know what that
job for
kind
me.
is.
Right.
So, yeah, we
I keep finding a
work
ton of
very
these
well
guys. and
together, and I think
I found
that
these
I
snails,
took
but then
a lot
there's a
of
little tiny
compassion
snail attached to
and
that one.
patience, but we all get through the day and have lots of fun.
Excellent. Yeah, that's good. Thanks. Does anyone else want to talk into my recorder? A little bit about yourself? No? Okay. All right. Regards to the community garden.
Well, my name's Aurelia, and I got offered to get a job with the environmental youth crew
Nice.
through this woman, Wendy Holiday, that came to my school,
Cool.
sort of to transition me from my school to the real world, and she offered me a job here, and it said that we would be working like with part of the time kids and part of the time gardening, and I like being out working with people, and I love kids and the environment.
Nice.
So it was a good fit for me personally.
Beautiful. Okay, thanks for that, Aurelia, and I'm going to get a pick. Go ahead.
Well, I am Bridget. I work for the Environmental Youth Crew,
Nice.
and I love Mother Nature. I'm hoping
Go ahead.
to study botany in the near
This is my-
future so
my
that
garden
I
I
can
want.
Nice.
learn more about plants and hopefully make chemical compounds.
It's
out
an
of
I3,
plants and
right.
make better
And can you tell me, sir, a little bit about some of the things you're growing here?
Well, I'm growing squash,
Yes?
learning all this
cucumbers,
kind of gives
Nice.
me an insight
tomatoes,
into
not radish, beet.
Ah, the beets. Okay.
That's beet.
Nice.
This is eggplant, and these are peppers,
Nice.
carrots.
Few carrots there. What's this one
Beans.
in the pot?
Oh, these are colorless seeds.
Oh.
You see, I am the colorless man around here.
Ah,
And these are some colorless suckers.
Can you tell me a little bit about that plant?
Okay, that is called spinach. That is called,
Yeah, the spinach.
that's right.
This one here, tell me a little bit about that one.
Okay.
It's new for me. I don't
Okay,
know
the
that one.
colorless is
Yes.
just like spinach.
Okay,
And there are several varieties.
I see. All right.
Some of them are tall, they grow as tall as this.
Yeah,
And then there's a garden here with some of the different varieties.
nice.
This is still colorless.
This looks like the peas
Beans,
here.
beans,
Oh,
yeah, bush
beans.
beans.
There's beans, yeah. And can I ask you, sir, what brings you out here in this garden plot? Where did you get the idea from?
From Mary.
Nice. There she is. Hey, Mary. Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay. How long have you been here with your garden plot?
About 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Now here is a better, a faster growing variety.
All right.
This is the same callaloo. Otherwise
callaloo.
it's called spinach. That's not my
Interesting.
garden though.
Okay.
You're trespassing.
No, I'm not. You have a good sense of humor.
I just want to show you the different varieties.
I like that. Thank you. It's fine. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any trespassing signs in this garden. It looks pretty open. I saw a lady up there. She was actually weeding one of the other gardens, and she had her own here, so that was a nice cooperative. All right. And so, what do you like about gardening? What are some of the favorite things you like?
Outdoors.
The outdoors. Okay. And could you give me a couple of really excellent tips on gardening, because your gardens are fabulous? Can you give me a couple of tips?
First is to prepare the soil.
Nice. Yep.
After the preparation,
Yes.
how you do your planting.
Right on.
And you got to continue to mulch them.
Okay.
After you plant the seedling, or most seedlings, they will start looking green and nice. But until you mulch them around the roots,
Yep.
that's how you get them come really big, and you pick out the weeds.
That makes sense.
And once you mulch them, they're gone to town.
It puts some minerals and nitrogen into the soil when you mulch, and also maybe gives a little more oxygen.
Aeration.
Exactly, the aeration, right.
Plants doesn't grow if the soil is all
Is too compact.
Exactly.
You're right. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
And what is your favorite? If you could pick a favorite vegetable, which one would you pick? And do you have an idea for a recipe?
Yes.
Okay.
If you want to do the callaloo.
Yes, I do.
With callaloo with eggs and bacon.
Oh.
It's a lovely
Lovely
dish for breakfast.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I would like to try that. That'd be interesting. That'd be an interesting breakfast, because I like the greens, and apparently the greener the vegetable, the more vitamins. Is that true?
Exactly.
That's what I thought, and I'm glad to hear you agree.
The more iron it has.
Ah, right.
The green plants generate lots of energy.
Yes. Iron is the metal of plants, isn't it? And it helps us to have healthy bodies.
This is potato.
Yeah.
This is the yellow, not yellow, the purple potato.
Cool.
I'm experimenting on this.
I see that you've got the tomato in there too.
And the world
right here. Yeah.
Yes.
Interesting.
This one just grew wildly from last year's seed.
To work for the Lord. That was interesting. And this bamboo stick obviously is for holding up one of the plants.
No, really, it was to mark where the plant was planted.
Thank you. Because I'm thinking, okay, I'm wondering what that is. You're right. That is it. Look at this. Very nice. Look at how lush that is.
These are bush beans.
Bush beans are looking good.
Yellow and green bush beans.
Delicious.
And you notice they start blossoming. Wow. So you got to pick them real fast before they get hard.
That's a good thing to know. Yeah, for sure.
If you let your vegetables get too old, it's no good anymore.
That's right.
Just like these.
That's good advice.
See? You just cut off the leaves, and as soon as you take off the leaves, they come up more.
Ah, great. Yeah.
That's the perfect.
So it's kind of a constant kind of maintenance.
Oh, you have
it takes a lot of work.
You have to be there every day.
Yeah, for sure.
See the different colors again. This is the kale.
Oh yeah, the kale is delicious too, isn't it?
All these are kale.
Nice. And have you had to irrigate at all, or has there been enough rain that you're fine?
Well, there is enough rain.
You can rely on Mother Nature, or you have you? Right now, it's okay.
Once your seedlings get going and the roots get seated, they follow the soil.
Right.
They follow the water.
Yeah, right on. Very nice. And this is your friend or family member here?
My family member.
Yeah. Hi. Hi. What do you like about being out in the garden?
Well, beats the boredom.
Yeah, for sure. Certainly. Yeah, you're keeping occupied here, aren't you?
Yeah,
and what are some of your favorite vegetables?
Well, basically, it's the same thing.
The same? Let's go this way now. Yeah,
kale,
thank you very much.
Kale.
Yeah.
Kale.
Oh, yeah, the kale is delicious.
This is callaloo.
Yeah. That looks like
squash no island.
Zucchini. Oh, is it? Oh, it looks like a squash. Are you sure?
Yes, it is a squash.
It's squash. Yeah, that's squash. You look at the flowers. Yeah.
Those are the yellow ones.
I think that's the squash. Yeah, for sure.
They belong to the same.
Very healthy.
family.
I have some great recipes for squash with a soup. It's called a harvest soup, and it uses squash, and it's for fall. It's lovely because usually that one comes out around fall, isn't it? Yeah.
And this is cucumber. Basically, it's the same.
Yeah, same thing. Lovely plant. So now I'm going to ask you.
Yeah.
When did you start gardening?
No, this is my first year.
This is your first year, okay. And what are some of the challenges you find in gardening?
Not challenging, really. You know,
just
you're gonna come on come and exercise yourself for 2 or 3 hours, you know.
Perfect.
So just look forward to it.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. Yeah, it's nice to come outside.
Yeah, yeah,
Great,
yeah.
very nice. Your
The
plot is
carrots.
looking very good. It's really good.
These
It's
are getting
very
a bit
healthy.
old. I have to read these now.
Oh,
These
look at that
getting
one.
Old.
That's just going beautifully. I love the color too. There's a
Yeah.
lot of color in
Lettuce.
the leaves.
This is beets as usual.
Right. Very nice.
That's that's a lettuce, a type of lettuce. Alan.
The cat. Look at that. That's really nice. Wow, it's in good shape. And how do you keep the bunnies and things out of the gardens?
so
because
far-
they'll
so
eat this.
far-
So far, so good.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
good. I'm glad to hear that because really, you don't want to have that the meeting that your own.
Tomatoes, I don't understand. I'm looking too bright.
Look at the tomatoes.
This one,
Wow.
you know.
When will the tomatoes be ready? It looks like they're in flower right now.
Yes,
so-
yeah. So we have some
Yeah.
start coming out there.
Yeah. Would you have any garden tips that you'd like to offer up? A couple of garden tips based on your own experiences here.
Well, as I said, I'm from Jamaica, really.
Nice.
You know? And you know, you have a little plot. You go and do your little gardening.
Yeah.
You know, only that. What I find here is that you have lots of things you can add to the soil, additives. You know, mulch to get it.
Okay, yes,
rich.
your friend was talking
Yeah.
about the mulch as well.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
And I guess you have to be here just about every day to keep the weeds down, or
basically,
how often do you come?
Well, twice a week.
Twice a week, right? Okay.
And
Right.
the back here on Saturday.
Nice.
This is lettuce now. We have to reap these now. See, it's blooming.
Oh, it's getting near lunchtime. We may have to harvest.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this one. Look at this.
Oh, yes.
Can you tell me a bit about this one? This one?
These are
at
all
that.
of these. 2 varieties. The peas. Is it what, string bean? Or-
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
so. Yeah.
Nice. That's growing really well. See, you've got it propped up there
Yep.
really nicely
Yep.
so that it can reach for the sky. Good. Good. There's some more of the squash. Beautiful garden.
Soon can reap.
Looks
now.
like you have some chives over there too.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
quite a
yes.
blend.
No, well, this was
Yeah.
here originally. You
There's
know?
the chives. Yeah.
Mhm.
And
So
you're
I just
U2.
left it.
Do you know that's the name of a band? U2. There's a
Okay,
very
okay.
famous band. Great music,
U2.
U2. So nice choice.
Okay.
I'll have to send you some U2 music.
After say thanks to Mary.
I
She
will.
wanted this lot.
Yes, Mary is doing a wonderful job here. Oh, and there's the it is zucchini.
Yeah.
Look, there it is. It is zucchini.
Yeah.
See, there's one coming
Yeah,
out right
yeah.
there. Oh,
one
wow,
here.
there we go. Yeah. Oh, this is the smaller one. So yeah, that's the zucchini.
This one there.
Look at that. It's growing
Well, it's
beautifully.
coming out, pushing
Oh,
out,
how
smiling.
exciting is that?
Yep, yep.
Good news.
That's a beauty,
Good
isn't it?
news. Yeah. Well,
yeah.
thanks for this. And all this produce, do you keep it for your family, or do you also give some to other places?
If there's more than enough, you know, give some to the donate some to the food
Exactly.
bank, you know.
Nice. Very nice. Thanks so much.
Okay.
Great. Thank you so much. It was great.
Back like crazy.
There's the family back to the garden. I asked him how the gardening was going, and he said good. And here I met one of the people involved in the environmental youth program, and she's going to tell you her name and a little bit about why she's here. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Tanya, and I'm here to earn some money and help the environment.
Excellent.
I really love nature, and I love to do whatever I can to help it, and that's basically why I'm here. As I said, I really love nature, so I try to do whatever I can. So,
and you were telling me you had quite an extensive knowledge of the different caterpillars. So can you tell me a little bit about some of the caterpillars you know?
Sure.
That'd be great.
Well, we were on the trails today. There are a lot of caterpillars around here and snails and things.
Yeah.
And we did end up seeing a certain breed or species of caterpillar, and it belongs to the species that turn into moths. So, it basically was really tiny.
So by working outside, you get a chance to actually interact with the very nature that you love. Is that correct?
Yes, I get to work with a lot of the stuff I like. I really like gardening.
Good.
So at home and out in the community, I try to do a lot of that.
Beautiful.
And I love working with animals. So,
Thank you
yeah.
so much. Great to meet you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Let's take a bit of a zigzag now into another garden tour. Meet my friend and your host, Z.
Meet Stephanie. Stephanie Gogan. So we're just gonna dance through this one. Wow, look at this. Beautiful.
Garden Dance, Toronto Art Outdoor Exhibition.
I love your work. I'm just taking a quick video. And here's the artist herself, Stephanie. May I? Yeah, thank you. Hi. Did you want to tell me a little bit about your vision as an artist?
Sure.
That's a pretty open-ended question, isn't it? That means say whatever you like about your art.
Well, it's inspired by working at like greenhouses, or not greenhouses, but like garden centers and like flower shops and stuff. And so it made me start thinking about like what's my art about, and
beautiful.
And then I started.
I like the way you play with light inside, like the Impressionists do with like Monet and those. More of an impressionist style than a realism. Is that accurate? How might you describe your art more than me?
How would I, sorry?
Yeah, how would you describe your art rather than me?
I was describe it more as like I was trying to kind of bring the figure back into like when you think about nature. So it's like, okay, so let's put the figure back into the picture instead of just having okay, here's a beautiful landscape. Let's see like us in the landscape.
Right. Oh,
and
that's
thinking
nice.
of like nature as environment rather than nature as just landscape.
Right. They're very much connected.
Yeah.
Right. Beautiful. Thank you. And just if you wanted to describe a little bit of your technique in terms of brushwork, would you like to talk a little bit about that?
Well,
and palette knife, if you use some of that.
Okay, so I usually mix all my colors on a palette with my palette knife.
Right.
And so I'll kind of like look at the computer, and sometimes I will reference what color it is, and then I'll mix, like, say there'll be one leaf, and I'll mix like 6 colors for that one leaf, and then paint from there.
That's more fun, isn't it? When you have
Yeah.
that variety, because it's kind of a science, and there's a lot of analysis as well as the essence of the feeling when you're doing art. Am I describing it? Would you agree that's kind of the way it is? Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. Okay, thanks for letting me drop by. Beautiful work.
Thank you
Thanks.
very much.
Okay, bye. Found the box. And inside with the flowers. The welcome continues. With a nice touch. I think I might have something to add. I hope. We'll see what I can add.
The plan continues. These young people are environmental ambassadors that come to the community garden and are paid for their work while also developing job skills. This in turn gives them a sense of self-esteem, something to do, and they learn a little bit about the soil. Very relaxing, making friends, working hard.
Gardens, community garden with B. Ajax, and you can hear the birds in the background. Feel the wind. And so here's Aurelia. Hi, Aurelia.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Good to see you back here again this week.
Yeah.
And she's here with Stephanie, who we already met. And look at that loam. Bet there's a lot of nitrogen in that soil. They're mulching to bring back some of the nutrients.
Too often in the rush, we skip a meal. In this season, convention slides between chaos and stability. In this season, fingers red-stained, not with blood, but from the pluck of fulsome berries in fields of realities, sensations, virtualities. Is idealism capped or only contained for a moment as pragmatism grows stronger? The taste, in this season, it's jarringly tart, singed with sweet, a fragrant kind of raspberry pie, corn on the cob, dichotomous flavors for a whole view.
Okay, I am at Central Experimental Farm in Ottawa, and we walked into the tropical greenhouse. Look at the color, listen to the sound. Looks like they have quite a consortium of different plants in this greenhouse from different parts of the world, obviously. A little more exotic because it's the tropical zone as opposed to temperate zones, which we're used to. And you can see some of the plant life here. Isn't that beautiful? The ambient temperature, I would say, is probably close to 30 degrees or so. Very warm in here, obviously. Humidity levels probably pretty high too. Everything from begonias, and then it would enter into passageways of greenhouses all the way along, filled with all different types of plants, of course. In this experimental farm, I would say there's probably, in this section alone, a good 10 greenhouses or more. You can see them in some of the photos. Look at this plant. Isn't this incredible? This looks like the cactus section, where the drier, more arid soils. You see quite a variety here. And we're here with another couple who just found their way in.
What are the ways in which we engage with our gardens and our foods? Well, it's the literature, it's in the films, it's in the arts. It can be pretentious, it can be a culinary art, it can be grown, it can be shared, it can be a connection. Experiment with it, be humble and share, bring us together, taste sensations and flavors and sweets, excited. We've gone well beyond just satiating our appetites. What about the health food side? Yes, try to be healthy. There are addictions, there is stress eating. You know, 6 times a day we should have veggies. It's a good idea. A commodity to be sold is our food, and also an opportunity for expansion in terms of experimentation and knowing more. Learning curves involved in that. We prepare food, we serve food. We have all kinds of networks that investigate food. We join food clubs.
Always good to be safe. Ah, a nice little footprint there.
Visual voice mashup. Ottawa Experimental Farm.
I'm just going to walk down the column here quickly. It gives you a bit of an ad.
I took the opportunity to scan my current global positioning. The two took turns testing the limits of remote control car. I noticed that the obliging timbers had made room for a well-maintained cabin, complete with hosta and yellow braids of pigtails and rope swings. The terracotta pots were full of floral relief for the woodsy browns. The metal designs and other collectibles were the signature on the official certificate of his personal space.
We have a couple of students doing an interview from their school. Excellent. So let's see them at work.
M-A-N. M-A-N? Like man. At her man. I'm retired.
She volunteers.
I'm a volunteer, but I'm retired. I no longer work.
So you're a friend of the farm?
Yes, I'm in fact in the director of mentorship
Wow,
at the farm.
that's pretty cool, eh, girls?
So I'm in charge of membership and promoting membership. That's another reason for being at this table is to promote Friends of the Farm.
Can I help you?
Why is this work
Just 1 second.
important for Canadians? Like,
That's a great question.
For Canadians.
Can she just ask that question?
Yes,
It's a really
well,
good question.
It helps to inform the Canadian public that we are very fortunate to have the Central Experimental Farm. I mean, I have literally worked in different countries around the world, and I have never experienced something as wonderful as that Ottawa has, is this farm that is almost right in the downtown area, accessible to everyone. So I think it's very good. It's particularly doors open today. People don't realize that there's all of this research going on here. And as Friends of the Farm, quite honestly, we help to maintain the gardens and the arboretum. So we're all volunteers. And actually we do about 10,000 volunteer hours a year, which is a lot of hours. So we're essentially helping Agricultural Canada maintain.
So is it helps to inform the community? Or
Pardon me?
helps to inform the community?
Oh yes, very much so, because some people, for example, don't even know that this is the Central Experimental Farm. So something like this is very informative. Other people just live in the neighborhood and are only too welcome to come and, as I said, be able to look at these various displays that are not normally open to the public. And yes, so I think it's very beneficial to the community.
So a lot of people coming out today for the doors open, and they're just having a chance to look at the tropical component of the greenhouse segment of this farm, and just asking them if they wanted to. Anyone who didn't want to be photoed was invited to step out. Seems like everyone wants to stay put, so that's very nice. And it seems the children are really drawn to the water. Isn't that beautiful? Look at, there she is. She's gonna have a feel of that. Oh.
What are you doing? Anna says listlessly, however. I unwind the film, standing full in the sun, and let it spiral into the lake. You better not do that, Anna says. They'll kill ya. But she doesn't interfere. She doesn't call them. When I've unraveled the reels, I open the back of the camera. The film coils onto the sand under the water, weighed down by its containers. The invisible captured images are swimming away into the lake like tadpoles. Joe and David beside their defeated log, axemen arms folded, Anna with no clothes on jumping off the end of the dock, finger up. Hundreds of tiny naked Annas, no longer bottled and shelved.